So you're using Claude to write your faceless channel scripts and you're wondering why your videos aren't getting any views. See, I already know what's wrong and I'm not guessing. I can actually tell you before I've seen a single one of your uploads. Because there are 12 patterns that these language models actually write into every script by default. Patterns that your viewers actually hear before they've even made it past the first 30 seconds of your videos. Patterns that are the only difference between a faceless channel making $6,000 a month and one that is stuck at 200 views using the exact same tools. So I found all 12 bad patterns and built a Claude skill that completely removes all of them in less than 30 seconds, allowing your videos to pull the views and the income that you're looking for. And I'm going to show you exactly how to put it to use in this video. I'm going to come on over to Claude right now and I'm going to ask it, write me a 60-second faceless YouTube script about why cats knock things off tables. Now, the animal niche, a lot of these channels are blowing up right now, so I'm going to use this as a sample script to show you what we're working with. As you could see, it wrote it with the action, so I'll just say write just script. So that's a real script. I've never seen this before, nothing is staged. So I'm going to go ahead to copy this script. I'm going to come on over to ElevenLabs, and I'm going to where it says studio. I'm going to click create a blank new project, audio project. I'm going to paste the script in, and over here you could choose a voice you want to utilize. I'm going to select this voice, Chris, and show it selected with all. And now let's hear what this voiceover sounds like.
Your cat stares at you, then stares at the cup, then knocks it off on purpose. Why? It's not revenge. It's not boredom. It's biology. Cats are natural hunters. In the wild, they'd bat at bugs, mice, anything that moves, testing if it's prey. Your water glass, same instinct. They're checking.
You heard it right. That's what your viewers are hearing right now, every upload. And the worst part is, you may not even be able to pinpoint the negative parts of this yourself because you've been listening to voices like this on your channel for months. But wait, take a listen to this version.
Your cat stares at you, then stares at the cup, then knocks it off on purpose. It's not revenge. It's not boredom. It's biology. Cats are natural hunters. In the wild, they'd bat at bugs, mice, anything that moves. They're testing if it's prey. Your water glass, same instinct. They're checking, does it move? Does it react? Is it alive?
See, those were the same words going in and the same voice coming out, but the skill just rewrote what needed fixing, nothing else. One sounds like something you might skip in the first 10 seconds, and one holds attention all the way through. And the difference is the voiceover. It's the way the voiceover is coming out. And if you've been reading guides or just watching videos telling you to adjust the stability slider, you're about to find out that that has been the wrong fix entirely. Every video guide you've probably seen about this, every single one tells you the exact same thing. Try a different voice clone, lower the style exaggeration, even raise it. And I did all of that. And after hundreds of generations, here's what I'm seeing. The faceless channels that are scaling stopped touching those settings a long time ago. Not because they found the perfect slider position, because eventually you realize that the slider was never the problem. A stability setting will not fix a script that reads like a terms and conditions document. It just makes a robot sound slightly different. But if you fix what goes in, then the voice fixes itself. So what actually needs fixing? Well, it's actually right here, but not in this original script, but in the updated script that Claude just wrote for us. But in case you're confused, let me explain to you exactly what you're looking at. So there are actually 12 different patterns that you can actually look for yourself when Claude gives you these regular scripts. And the patterns that I have noticed every time Claude generates these voiceovers, and pretty much any language model, typically fall into two groups. And I'm going to go through each and every one of them. And by number 4, you're going to stop actually just thinking about these patterns and start thinking about how you notice them in your own scripts and how they could be the reason why your videos are underperforming. So the first group of patterns come under what is called writing tells. First, the M dash is mid-sentence. We've all seen this in almost every single script generated by AI. Now, ElevenLabs actually recommends you use them as an alternative to breaks, but here's why they're still wrong for faceless channels. The dash just creates an inconsistent pause you didn't ask for. Sometimes the pause is longer, sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's absolutely nothing. ElevenLabs doesn't even know what to do with it, and you completely lose control of exactly where and how long the pause lands. A break tag, on the other hand, tells ElevenLabs exactly what to do. The next thing is words like moreover and furthermore. Nobody has ever actually said these words out loud in a casual, real conversation. But if you're not directing your script precisely, then Claude tends to write them constantly. The third one is it's worth noting that. 4 words that do absolutely nothing for your script. whatever points are needing to be in your videos, they could come across without having those filler words throughout. Those filler words is where you lose people's attention. The fourth thing is, in today's world, it's actually Claude's favorite opener. And it's actually why your viewers' fingers may already be on the skip button before the next sentence even arrives, because they're used to hearing this in low quality videos from low quality voiceovers. Another thing Claude does is not only X, but also Y, which is where it goes on this long thread tangent about 2 points combined into one. The next thing is actually rhetorical questions immediately followed by the answer. No gap, no breath. The viewer actually can't even process the question before the sentence arrives. So you're either gonna state it and not ask, or if you ask, ensure there's a little bit in between to hold that viewer off before they get the payoff of the answer. The next thing is AI consistent wording. So for example, let's delve in. This already tells the viewer that AI wrote this script, so before the second sentence even lands, your viewer is gone. Now these are just some of the writing tells. These are the ones that I see occur constantly. And that also brings us to the next type of tells, which is the structure tells. So the first one is the passive voice, which really just gives off that the video was created rather than you created the video. Now, it's the same information, just a completely different authority. So all you would need to do is flip every passive construction to active. The next thing would be numbers written as words. Every ElevenLabs guide actually tells you to do this in certain cases. But here's why this fix is actually wrong. Adding the words $2,000 instead of $2,800 doesn't tell ElevenLabs how to emphasize the number. It just changes how it reads it. So the skill handles this with actual SNL tags that tell ElevenLabs exactly how to deliver numbers, keeping them stressed correctly and landing as a statistic and not a sentence. And you'll actually see that in a minute. And the next thing is the paragraph ending with summaries of what was just said. The viewer's brain actually registers the repetition and then they tune out. So delete the last sentence of any paragraph that just restates the one before. The next thing is list where the items actually start the exact same way. So it somehow just becomes this rhythm that just puts people to sleep. And Claude actually does this automatically. What you'd want is for it to vary the opening every time. The next thing is sentences over 25 words. Absolutely no breath points, no pauses. ElevenLabs just delivers the whole thing in one flat line. Be sure to split it into natural pauses every time. I'm sure almost every single one of those is in your last upload. If it didn't perform well, I'll bet on that. But there's actually one more thing the skill catches that I haven't mentioned yet. The one thing that was costing me 45 minutes every single video without me realizing it was there. I'll show you this at step number 5. So now you have a bit of an understanding of how you could go about identifying some of the patterns that Claude and even other language models tend to add into your script automatically that really affect how your voiceover comes out. Because that's what people don't tell you. They tell you fix the voiceover. But the thing oftentimes you need to fix is the script to be written to be presented like a better voiceover. Don't confuse yourself. Let's get into how you make this fix because it's very simple. What you want to do is come on over to Claude and then insert the skill file that I'm going to be giving you in the description. What you want to do is simply tell it to use this skill for the entire session and hit enter. That's it. One file, drag it in. No installation, no configuration, just simply drag and drop. And then from here, you need to paste in your scripts. For this example, I've gotten a script that has all of the different markers. So the words like furthermore, the M dashes, the conclusion, just the completely horrible scripts that Claude tends to give if you don't specify what you're looking for. We're going to hit and we're going to enter it into there. And then from here, it's going to ask you the first question, which is which mode do you want to run? Now there's two options. There's mode 1, which is the full pipeline. This is the anti-AI rewrite plus optimization. It rewrites what needs to so it doesn't sound so AI, like some of the things I mentioned in the 12 points earlier, the 12 patterns earlier. It's fixing and then optimizes every line for the perfect spoken delivery. Or you could go ahead to choose mode 2, which is optimization only. Use this option if your script is already clean, if you hand wrote your script, or if you just have a script that you don't want anything changed and you think it is perfect as it is, then choose mode number 2. So I'm going to go ahead to choose mode number 1. Then it's going to ask which ElevenLabs model are you going to be using. So if you're using V3, this gives you access to more of the emotional tags. I tend to actually use a split of V3 and V2. V2 is a bit cheaper, but with V3, because you can control the emotion of your script to the T, I love to use it for my intros because this is where you want to hook people. So you need it to be the best as it could possibly be. If you don't care to utilize the emotional tags and the full SSML, then you can go ahead to just use V2. It's going to give you the break markers and the pronunciation fixes only. So we'll go ahead to select V3. And now I want you to watch what changes. So over here where it says process scripts, I'm just going to go ahead to copy this and paste it in a memo notepad so I could really show you the differences. You don't need to worry about how it looks if it looks scary or complicated. Trust me, it's fine. So first thing to note, the M dash, it's gone. It's actually here replaced with a full stop and a new sentence. The word moreover that we see over here, it's gone. As you can see, it's rewritten as a direct sentence. The entire passive voice of this script is flipped. It's more active, immediate, and clear. Your cat stares at you, then it stares at the cup before knocking it down. Completely to the point. Not dragged on, not as passive scripts. The very long drawn-out sentences have been split into multiple sentences and reduced. And it's worth noting that it's gone. The sentence stands on its own. The meaning of these scripts are actually identical. Every single fact is still there, but the delivery is now completely different, written to come out as a perfect voiceover, not just a script. Now we're actually halfway through, and what comes next is the part that most people actually skip. And that brings us to step 5, which was the step I mentioned earlier, and that is the pronunciation map. Before the skill actually touches a single sentence, as you can see up here, there's a section that says pronunciation map. What this does is every word ElevenLabs is likely to mangle, turn it into something else, or mispronounce it. It flags it at the top here so you know this in advance. And it makes sure it's fixed before you actually paste anything in. So for example, somewhere maybe 7 minutes into your script, you have the word Claude code, and ElevenLabs mispronounces it as Claude co. Without the fix, you won't notice this till you've already generated your voiceover and then hear it somewhere along the line. It fixes words, it fixes numbers, it fixes dates and times, brand names, acronyms, technical terms, every landmine found and fixed before a single character hits ElevenLabs. As you can see here, it found the pronunciation of 6 a.m. and it makes sure it emphasizes it so it comes out properly. And there was no other brand names or acronyms or anything else flagged in this speech. So this one was good to go. That's it. 30 seconds every single time. And now this takes us to the ElevenLabs optimization layer. And what happens next, I didn't see coming the first time I ran this. When you really take a look at this script, every single marker is a direct instruction to ElevenLabs. As you can see, where to breathe, where to land hard, slowly, where to ease off the sentences. If you want V3, you get all of this. Now, if you want V2, the break markers and the restructuring will still apply, but you won't get the emotional direction tags. Either way, the script will perform better than the one you pasted in before. Which brings us to the final step. Just simply paste it straight into ElevenLabs. And in order to get the generation, it's simple. After you do all this, all you would do is just literally copy the process scripts, come on over to ElevenLabs Studio, and paste it in. Ensure you have the voice you want to utilize selected. I'm not going to touch the sliders. I'm not going to touch anything else. All I'm going to do is select 11v3 model, click export, and then ElevenLabs will export your voiceover that you can download and utilize in your videos. It's the exact same script that Claude gave us, but one was just processed with the scale. No manual edits. So here's the pre-processed version using the V2 model and the same exact voice.
It is worth noting that your cat has been observed staring at you. Furthermore, it then proceeds to stare at the cup before knocking it off the table. This behavior, which has been documented by researchers, is done on purpose. Moreover, it is not revenge that motivates this action. It is not boredom either.
Now let's take a listen to see what the skill changed.
Your cat stares at you. Then it stares at the cup before knocking it off the table. Researchers have documented this behavior. Your cat does it on purpose. It's not revenge. It's not boredom either.
Notice the difference? This is the same Claude. This is the same ElevenLabs voice. This is the same settings and no manual edits. 30 seconds is the only difference between those two clips. And if you wanted to edit this even further, you could go and manually add in the tags or the break times or the sentence structures if you wanted to. So from here, if I wanted to, for example, add it in the laugh that you heard earlier, I could simply type in laughs. I can add in an exclamation mark here. I can add a comma here instead of a full stop. And now, let's take a listen to this part.
Your cat stares at you. Then it stares at the cup before knocking it off the table. Researchers have documented this behavior. Your cat does it on purpose. It's not.
Notice how that simple change immediately made the voiceover sound better. So do you understand now? Making your voiceover sound better is not just about playing with ElevenLabs settings. It's about updating your script to be written for the ears, to be written for ElevenLabs speech, and not just for the eyes to see. So whether you learn how to do this manually or you just use the skill to do this, the point is this saves you a lot of time and immediately enhances your videos. So you wondered why your videos weren't getting views with your current voiceovers? You just watched the answer and saw the fix for this happen live. The Claude script skill is free in the description below. There's also a quick server link there because I'm building something for you guys to be able to really grow and scale your faceless channels using AI. It's the systems I've been using, and your answers will just directly shape what that looks like. So just fill it out and grab your skill for completely free and make better videos. Now that you know how to fix your scripts and voiceovers, if you're still not sure what type of faceless channel that you want to start, then I suggest you check out this playlist on my channel with several ideas and tutorials of channels you can go get started and exactly how you can do so.